I have to talk about the interaction that just occurred. So Mark, I told him the other day that I needed to go get some wire because I am doing some projects and everything. And he kept insisting to take me, and I was like, no, better not. knowing, I predicted it. I seen it coming. Like, I was hoping it wasn't going to happen, but it did. I really honestly, I'm not like, sorry, I've got a hair on my face somewhere. I don't like to try, I'm not a doctor, and I don't want to diagnose people, but like, at some point, there's some people who, like, you just can't deny, like, all of the behavior patterns, not just with me, but with other people. You just have to, like, there's some questions that begin to arise. And I have those questions with Mark, like, something's off up there, and I'm not like downplaying, I'm not trying to be mean, but like, if you have a mental illness and you try to deny it exists, it wreaks havoc on your life. It wreaks total havoc on everything, your interpersonal relationships. I know from experience. And his behavior pattern is so destructive, and it's like a covert narcissism. And I know that word gets thrown around a lot, but you guys, if you've been here on my channel long enough, you've heard some stories that the things that I've gone through with him. And I'm not sitting here trying to paint myself as a saint, because I have definitely been a part of the problem in the past, but I'm talking like as who I am as a person right now. It's not me. It's not. It's only me because I'm like trying to set boundaries, and I'm telling him I am not going to be around if you do this, this, and this. Like, I just can't. A boundary is saying I'm going to remove myself if this happens. Not, you can't do this. I'm not telling him what to do, but I'm telling him what I won't put up with. That's a boundary. And he consistently tries to fuck with me, So today we're going out to the store. We go to Ben Franklin. Everything's going great, But I knew when I went down to the car that he was on some fuck shit today, And because he pulled up. Usually he texts me when he's here. He pulled up, parked, and got in the passenger seat. Didn't tell me nothing. And he knows that I don't like things switched up like that. Like, it fucks with me for some reason. And I'm not saying like I let it fuck with me this time. I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever, I'll drive. That usually never happens. So exhibit A right there. That's him testing. Little tests in the beginning. We go out, go to Ben Franklin, we go to Plato's Closet. We couldn't find anything. It actually smelled really bad in Plato's Closet, really bad. And so we left, and as soon as we left, we were going to go down to Michael's because Ben Franklin didn't have the wire that I needed. And after we left Plato's Closet, that's where Mark wanted to go. We were going down to Michael's, and I had the window cracked a little bit because I get really stuffy in a car. He likes to blast heat, and I just can't. My body temperature swings so quickly, and I get so overheated and overstimulated, and I start to get irritated when I get really hot. And so I have the window cracked, and he's like sitting over there complaining. Mind you, it's 40 degrees. He didn't wear a coat. He had just bought like a sweater he could have put on, but instead he sat there and like started an argument with me over the window. Okay? And he just kept doing little, like, that's what he does. He just keeps trying little ways to try to piss you off. And almost 90% of the time, I have learned to just fucking ignore it. Gray rocking, as they say, not to engage emotionally, not to let things hook you, not to let the things that he says, because a lot in the past, he used to say one thing, boom, I'd flip out, and he would sit there with a smug look on his face and tell me that I was crazy and no man wants to be around me and that I have a mental illness and something's wrong with me. And so today we're driving down the road. That same fucking thing happens. As soon as I start arguing back, because he's screaming at me as we're going down the road, I'm driving. So I start screaming back at him. Like, at some point, I just can't, fuck a gray rock. I am going to fight. I'll fight a bitch. And I have no qualms. Oh, I like that word. I have no qualms starting an argument. Bitch, I'm a Libra. That's like one of my hobbies. Arguing is a hobby to me. I am such a good debater, arguer. I'm so quick with it. And so we're sitting there arguing, and I look over, and he's got this smug look on his face, and I'm like, oh, you're proud of yourself? And he's like, you're crazy. Nobody wants to be around you. You're crazy. And so I take his cup. He has this tumbler cup, and I just fucking chuck it out the window. I wanted to smack him, but I'm not a violent person. So I grabbed that cup and I threw it out the fucking window as we were going down the road. And he flips out at me over a cup. He's more concerned with the cup than my emotional state, which is so fucked up. He hit me over the cup. It was such a hectic moment that he just went over and hit me in the arm right there. Didn't hurt because he's fucking weak. And then he's screaming at me that I'm crazy and all this stuff. And I'm just like, I'm not the one so about to cry over a cup. I'm not it's madness, really. It's honestly madness. And I don't know why I keep subjecting myself to this, because I know in my heart of heart that it's not going to change. And he's told me that over and over. And I don't have any expectations that it will change. Oh my God. I do everything in my power to stay as far away from him as I can. I do everything in my power to just not engage. I don't tell him about my personal life. I don't tell him about my kids. I don't tell him about things that I'm excited for, because he'll take it and he'll go, like my YouTube videos. Nobody listens to you. Nobody wants to fucking listen to you, your stupid little videos. He's just constantly always belittling everything that I do. He fucking talks shit about my cats, and knowing that I would die for my cats. And he's just, I've never been so sure that a person hates me than I have now. And it's so sad, and I wish I could just get out of this cycle with him. I need to figure out a way to support myself financially. I don't know, guys. It's going to be okay, though, because I don't ever let shit like this get me down. It's going to be okay. Tina, what you doing? Everything's going to be okay. Shit is hard sometimes, and that's with everybody's life. Shit is hard from time to time, and you just gotta take a deep breath and just sorry, Tina's jumping in a box. You just gotta take a deep breath and tell yourself it's gonna be okay. It's just a bad moment. Things are gonna be okay. I'll be able to take care of myself soon. Everything's going to be okay. So if you're in a down place in your life, if you're going through some hard shit, if you're going through a similar situation, which I know a couple of my followers are, as you guys have told me, please know that you're not alone, that I too am going through hard shit, and I feel like the world, some days I feel like the world's gonna crush me, and It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. Everything will be all right. If you're having a hard time, if you have anything that you want to get off your chest that you can't talk about with anybody else, you can leave it down below. Or you can message me on Instagram at The Hidden Shaman if you don't want it to be public, if it's like something more you want to keep to yourself. I'm always here to listen to anybody, whatever you guys are going through, something hard. Just know that I'm here, a non-judgmental person that will tell you the truth in a loving way. I love you all so much. See you later. Bye.